Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. It's a Thursday as I am doing this late September. I have the Gilded Tarot Royal on the tarot table, obviously a very royal tarot. And I'm going to use it to just do a health check for the British monarchy for the next 5 years. So 2026 to 2030. I'm going to look at the health of the monarchy and the health of the monarch in this reading. So 2 cards for each year. We're just going to see what's going to happen in the next 5 years. The monarchy, of course, going through it, has been for a considerable length of time, basically since you know who arrived on the scene way back in about 2017. Things have slowly got worse and worse and worse. Of course, Prince Philip passed away, then the Queen. We've had all the attacks from Harry and Meghan, Spare, the documentary, the Netflix stuff. We've got the Yorks and all their goings on with Jeffrey and so on and so on. And we've got now what Richard Eden is calling an establishment plot to undermine William and Catherine, which I have just read on. So that's the previous reading, and that's what prompted me to do this health check for the monarchy next 5 years. And of course, let's not forget we have some very serious health concerns in the royal family, ongoing health concerns for the King and the Princess of Wales. So we're going to just check and see what the cards have to tell us. So that's 2026. We'll do this as the state of the monarchy, just generally, and then the state of the monarch, just generally. I'm not saying who, I'm not asking. It's a very free form. I'm giving every opportunity to universe to just tell us some stuff. We've got the High Priestess as our underlying energy, which is mysteries. And maybe it's universe saying, I know, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm getting that quite strongly with the High Priestess. But it's also Mummy Diana is in that energy, who's up there in spirit. And it is also initiations. And I think there's quite a lot of that going on energetically, as well as the next monarch is being prepared and his bride are being prepared to ascend to the throne. So let's look at 2026 state of the monarchy. And we've got the 5 of Wands and the state of the monarch. Oh, we've got the Chariot in reverse. I wondered if the Chariot would show up in this reading. Okay, so we've got all the infighting that's going on here with the 5 of Wands. That's infighting in the monarchy, all scrambling for power. That's Harry and Meghan trying their luck while they still can, because the Chariot hasn't yet landed. It's not yet driven into town. It's waiting, and the Chariot, as you all know by now, is Prince William, major arcana for Cancer, the astrological sign, not the disease, and he is waiting. He hasn't been activated yet. That Chariot is kind of parked somewhere down a side road, revving its engine. And it hasn't yet been able to turn into the main drag and show itself. But it is waiting. And while it's waiting, all this is going on. Fight, 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 fight. Even though the card is in reverse, they're fighting like crazy. They're scrapping. Not only Harry and Meghan, I would say the Yorks as well are in that energy, because, of course, this is Last Chance Saloon. So that's 2026. I shudder as I observe that energy. Can't remember if I've said the usual drill, but you know, tarot, fun, entertainment, my opinion, speculation, all that stuff, energy reading, disclaimer in the box below. 2027, state of the monarchy. 3 of Cups, that's some kind of celebration. The monarch. The monarch, we've got the 8 of Cups in reverse. So there is a mourning going on with the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups upright, you leave your sorrows behind. You move on. 8s are a movement energy. We have, it's interesting, it's kind of contradictory. Because, well, it's not. 2027, I would say, is when power changes hands. And there is party energy, celebration energy. This is the monarchy. This is the monarch. And so the monarch is in a state of sorrow and mourning. 2028. Six of Pentacles in reverse, the monarchy. That is a kind of, there might be trouble in the country around how much the monarchy is costing versus what benefit it is to the population. If the crown has changed hands, which I do think it will have in 2027 or by 2027, then there's some kind of analysis. Are you worth it? I'm guessing still the government in place that is in place now. I don't know if that leadership will have changed, probably, but it's still, I think, that Labour government. And there is some hostility towards the monarchy for what it's costing and what benefit it's bringing to the British people. I should imagine that in 2028, if that is the energy that the monarchy is facing, that times probably quite tough economically in the UK. If these are the kinds of questions that are being asked. Difficult. So the mood of the monarch himself. And Ten of Swords, very, very difficult. This is kind of a dark night of the soul, a real test. I said initiation and I said Mummy Diana, very powerful energy there. This is a test. Ten of Swords, very, very difficult time. I think on this planet, we're all being tested for the next 5-7 years, very heavily tested. So I'm not surprised to see this kind of energy that is going on here of just, wow. It's a whole lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It's a lot more not dangerous. Certain things have to die in this process, and I don't mean literally with the Ten of Swords. A certain vision, maybe he has to let go of a certain vision or certain things, ideas that he's quite obsessed with. He has to let go of in order to survive this. How's it going to go the next year? Where are we? 28, 29. So for the monarchy itself, you've got the Ace of Wands and it's in reverse. There's new leadership that is required. It hasn't yet come through. It's there. This is the energy, this Ace of Wands. And this is interesting that as I'm looking at this card, the sun is actually shining on it. Afternoon sunshine here. But that Ace of Wands hasn't been activated yet. But it's that new promise. It's that new direction, that energizing that will happen according to the readings that I have done previously with Prince William, but it hasn't happened yet. There's difficulty going through there. It's an adjustment period. It's going to be a bit wobbly. How about the king himself? How's he feeling? He's got the Ace of Swords in reverse. So two aces in reverse. It's like, I know what I need to do, but I can't quite do it yet. I can't quite articulate my plan. I can't quite grab that sword Excalibur and lead. And I'm getting chills as I say that, because I know there was the moment some time ago when I was looking at Prince William as King Arthur, the energy of King Arthur, and I did get massive hits around that. It's there, but it hasn't happened yet. So again, testing times for the country, for the monarchy, for the monarch. How about 2030? And again, don't panic if this is a negative energy, because I think we're going to be tested out until about 2032. I'm not surprised to see this at all. It's not all things and roses, wine and roses. So the Lovers in reverse, that's the monarchy in reverse, and the king has got the Eight of Swords in his energy. So it's like people saying we don't support you, with that Lovers in reverse of grave difficulty around leadership going forward. Again, I'm getting, it's interesting because I'm asking about the monarchy, but I'm also getting politics that are intruding in here. As I said, I think that there's going to be some quite hard times with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse as well. And that the Lovers for me also is reading more as a political energy and a political split than the people saying we don't support the monarchy. It's quite strange how it's reading. And again, testing times for the King. Eight of Swords, just feeling really, really stuck. How do I turn this thing around? And turning this thing around is a life's work. I'm doing this to see, I wanted to see when the changeover was going to happen, really, but I didn't want to ask that question directly. I think it's pretty clear from this reading that we've got there, and then we've got that changeover, and then we've got now deal with the mess. And if you look at the world, the situation of the world currently, anyone who's stepping into a new leadership role in the next few years and has got to turn a mess around in whatever country, in whatever situation, but it's a big mess. And it's not going to happen in an afternoon. So William, and that's my opinion, that it is William here, has got his work cut out with the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords. The swords are ideas, strategies. So it's intelligence and being focused and being able to articulate a vision, which is here, to the people. People are resenting the abundance that the monarchy has at their disposal while they're being tested economically. The vision is lacking. Where is your vision? You're supposed to be leading us out of this mess. Why aren't you? And we're hearing that constant refrain with King Charles at the moment. Why don't you disband Parliament? Why don't you call a new elections? Why don't you save us? Why don't you do something? And I understand it. And the Lovers, it's going to get more intense with that Lovers in reverse energy of are we with you? Are you with us? Or are you against us? Where are you? And Prince William feeling in 2030 at least that he doesn't really have the vision, he doesn't really have the power to step out and act. Testing times. I'm sorry that I can't give beautiful cards there. Very sorry. But this is a work in progress. That's the reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.